quite a first day managing for you, huh?
It was much more important that it was a Monday with this team that grinded through again and won a game. It's nice to be here in that situation, and it's the first time this year that I've managed the Mets in the dugout, but it's not my first time as a manager. So
the guys in this clubhouse consistently talk about the culture being different and the feeling in that dugout being different than a lot of other places. How would you describe what you've seen throughout this season with this group?
From the front office down to the manager, down to the coaching staff, the trainers, and then the players, that clubhouse, that dugout, that group of people, men and women. I couldn't say that 10 years ago, but men and women, it's great. Have a bond that they are together at 3:00 when we're taking early work, at 5:30 when we're taking BP, at 6:30 when we're doing an advanced meeting report to get ready for the starter, and then at 7:00 to play a game together. And they've showered this thing off 25, 30 minutes ago already. So that's a really special way to describe what our fans are watching on the field, but now they get a little look into what is going on.
Dave, what went into the decision to pinch hit McCann in that spot for Nido?
That's been done a few times already this year. It was set a couple innings before. If the situation arose, McCann and Nido are both very good hitters. McCann is a really good hitter against lefties also, and dangerous in this park. But let's not forget about Nido's line drive double to the gap in right center field. So I believe that we've done it before. It's not a big move. It turned out to be result wise a big move, but it's not a big move.
Banda there, him coming in that spot and holding it to one run and then going back out there and getting that. What did you think of the job he did?
The best thing that I say is the young man came in and threw strikes. I love pitchers that throw strikes. We love pitchers that throw strikes. And he came in there and competed and threw strikes, got that big double play ball. And Suarez, they took really good at bats against him in the 10th. And they put across that one run, but he saved it to keep it going until we could score more in the 11th. And then got the outs he needed, in the bottom of the 11th. And without some balls that found some holes on the ground, he would have been finishing the 11th also. But then again, because of those things, Trevor May was able to come in. I think he's the first guy that we've used 3 days in a row, maybe, or first time he's used 3 days in a row. Came in and finished it and closed the door the way that everybody expected him to. May's availability, there was a couple guys that were emergency over. There were a couple guys that weren't available. And there's no reason to tell you who they are, because Cincinnati might not know that they weren't available. We want that upper hand. Louis taught me that. Louis teaches me stuff. But May was one of those things where if we got him up, we had to use him. And we knew we were going to lose him. If we got him hot and didn't use him, we still were going to lose him tomorrow. So when the 10th started, because the good matchup was for Banda, a young man who throws strikes, lefty against lefty. I know I'm a lefty guy, but sorry, that's what I am. Some people probably don't agree with that, and that's fine. I thought that both Hefner and I thought that this was the best matchup to not have to use May. Once we scored all those runs, it wasn't right for the team or for Anthony, as good as he did, to stay out there if there was a save situation, because we knew that May then could get up and go in the game to have a save and a definite win rather than a tie game.
In the ninth inning, you could have passed Winker, I think, because Castellanos was on the bench, and I know he was doubtful. I know he eventually hit, but did you think at all about passing Winker and going to Freeman, or what was the mindset?
That's a really good question, because that's the one we talked about in the room afterwards with Louis and Ian Levin, and Schneider, and myself, and in the dugout, of course, Schneider, Hefner, myself. Yes, we more than thought about it. Okay. Diaz is a dominant closer. He is our closer. His matchup against everybody is good, is solid, is one that we go to, we finish with. And I did not think, when they had Freeman on there, I did not think Castellanos was available. It would have been a no-brainer that we wouldn't have passed him if I knew Castellanos was available. I was shocked when he went out to right field, because I was thinking in the 11th inning, we might have an opportunity to walk some guys to bring up, Miley, because I thought they might use Miley, even though he's pitching tomorrow, because I didn't think Castellanos was available. However, it's been about 3 times that we've considered the option of walking a guy with Diaz on the mound, and we haven't done it before. I believe that's the right move. We did discuss it, but we go with the right move because we're so confident in Diaz. And there's been plenty of other guys we've had in dugouts, myself, that we've done the same thing with. And I know our players and I know our team appreciates that, and I do too.
The other question I had was about Luis Guillorme, who had a tough start to the night. But at one point I caught the two of you, joking or laughing about something, which I guess tells me a lot about the team too. It seems like everybody kind of picks somebody up when they're having a tough time. I don't know whether there's anything in particular that you said to him to get him loose, but was there?
The key thing I said is I know every player and every pitcher wants the next ball hit to you, and maybe you're going to make 7 more plays because you are. And he did say, I couldn't believe that I might have 2 hits and I might not have as many hits as I have errors. I thought it was a great line by him. And then he did say that his glove was a little funny coming in early. He told me about it. And sure enough, he remembered saying, I don't know why it didn't feel good early in the game. So he was just, everybody wants the ball hit to him. And it was one of those things, heck, it's not easy to make these plays. And the best of them don't make every one of them. But as a team, as a pitching staff, as a coaching staff, we want that ball hit to Guillorme wherever he is every time, because it's an out.
When you look at what Michael Conforto's done for this lineup the last few days, and not just the home runs, but the quality bats, fouling off tough pitches, how much has he lengthened your lineup and made it even more devastating than it could be?
So that's really good, because people haven't seen what he does, even when he hasn't had the swings that you want, the production that you expect. He lengthens that lineup all the time. The production he's had has helped the results, but every time he's in the lineup, he lengthens it. His at-bats have always been quality at-bats, as far as seeing pitches, as far as taking the right approach, as far as being a true professional hitter. Now his swing and his timing have gotten better, and so that the results all of a sudden say, hey, the lineup's better. Well, yeah, when you're swinging the bat better, the lineup looks like it's better. Every time he's in the lineup, I think our lineup gets lengthened, because he's a special player, and also special not only in the batter's box. That guy plays a good right field. Oh my gosh, he plays good. I thought it was like an hour and a half game. Was it that long?
Yeah, 4:45.
Concession stand must have made a whole lot of money tonight. Oh my gosh. As I as I tried to reiterate to the players a few times, that all we had was another chance to get better. When you play for 4 hours and 45 minutes, you get about another hour and 45 minutes to get better. And we got better. So it is taxing. But at the time, it's not taxing because it's the game. And boy, those people are taxing what the fans in the stands. It's taxing what they do every day, wherever they go to make a living, wherever they go to work. And players understand that. And so it's our job as coaches, it's their job as players to go out and do what they did. And they gave an entertaining style of game, baseball, that the Reds fans and all the Mets fans that were here were able to watch and celebrate.
Do you guys have a starter for tomorrow's game yet?
We haven't made the move yet, but the Robert Stock is available to be the starter tomorrow, and that is what is intended to happen.